What kind of things do you notice the kids picking up and taking into the classroom from the lessons?
Just in general, when this first started, I wasn't sure how receptive they would be, just because they are a very talkative bunch. They're well behaved, but they talk and talk and talk. And so I was just so surprised at how like serene all of them like became. I think a lot of it is obviously due to you because you just have a very calming presence and aura. But I just loved seeing how much they were capable of in terms of like really getting into that mindset and taking it seriously. So I loved witnessing that.
Yeah, that's great. I feel confident that you set the tone for their receptivity to the lessons, because I can tell that you have a good command over the students in general, management wise, even though we have the talkative group. So thank you. So I think that makes a big difference.
Appreciate that.
Um, if you had to describe the lessons, just in general to someone like a colleague who, might want to try, what would you say? How would you describe the lessons?
I think they're very succinct in like a good way. It's 20 minutes, which isn't too long, but it's not too short where they're kind of not understanding what's going on. I love how repetitive it is because, you start with, the greeting, you always end the same way. And that's like the one thing that children need is routine. So they know what to expect, they know how it's going to end, and like they love that like final bonus question at the end that you always ask. Actually, when you stopped, unfortunately, when you weren't able to come in live anymore, that was the first thing. They were like, "Do we still get a story? Are we still getting questions? Did she send you the picture?" I was like, "The picture's up there, guys. Don't worry. She sent me everything."
Oh, that's great. Yes. Um, Routine. Yeah, I know. The routine is so important in the learning day, in the bell schedule, our routines. And thank you for pointing out there is a lot of routine
Mhm,
in the calm breathing and the calm hearts
mhm.
practice. Um, there has to be because even though the routine is there, there's still a slight different kind of take on
Yes.
breathing calm hearts.
Mhm,
And I think that helps us to see, oh, it can be used for patience.
mhm,
Oh, it can be used for focus.
mhm.
If we see these good things happening with the students taking on the tool, calm breathing, calm hearts, do you find that that tool helps you as well anytime during the day, when you're at
Yeah.
school?
Yes. Um, I mean, the one thing everyone always tells you, right, when you say you're a teacher, it's like, "Oh, you must have so much patience." And that patience does run out sometimes. And so it's a good reminder of like, okay, maybe Miss Robles is the one who needs a little break right now. Like I'm gonna do my breathing and not react. And because these are just a bunch of 8-year-olds and they don't know any better. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna pull myself aside and then calm down and then respond.
yeah. Um, well, I think that when the teacher is showing by example,
Mhm,
even if it's just, as you just mentioned, taking a few moments, taking a few calm breaths, even standing or seated, just
mhm.
having calm heart's gesture, calm breaths, quiet. That visual, I think it really makes a positive impact on students.
It is, and it's a good way to get attention, I've noticed also without having to like scream or yell or anything.
Yes.
We were on a field trip and they were on a bus and we hadn't started moving yet, but I was trying to get everyone kind of quiet and I was like, do I really want to scream on this bus right now? And I like got up on one of the seats and I just did this and like slowly they all kind of started holding it up and they were like, shh, 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 calm hearts, calm hearts. And so I was like, all right, calm hearts. Like we're gonna be on the freeway. We need to make sure that the bus driver stays calm too. And it was great. They were pretty, I think that was the quietest I've ever heard.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love it. I love to hear it. Thank you.
Sure.
Anything else you want to say about the lessons or the influence of the lessons or not on the student?
I just think it's a wonderful asset for all of us because we have so much on our plate already as teachers. And SEL has been such a big, push from the district and everybody. And you can see it. You can see the way it's affected these students. You know what I mean? Just everything with COVID and all the different levels of trauma that these people have experienced, like we don't know what's going on, who lost their jobs, who didn't, what
Yeah,
students were hungry or not. And that's trauma that's, they're still dealing with, even though it's already may have passed,
yeah,
right? And so I think it provides this awesome thing where, you clearly have a lot of experience with it. We have all the resources on the Canvas page that we can just, set it and go, and we don't have to worry about it too much. And it kind of creates like a nice segue between stuff that like I might want to do, like, oh, hey, patience, like that's a good one. Like maybe I could like add a lesson about this or like add a lesson about teamwork or whatever it is, just to kind of like merge them together. It gives me kind of like a jumping point, right?
Oh, wonderful. Fabulous. Very good. Well, I just want to thank you for taking the time, Carmen, and thank you for including the lessons in your classrooms.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for providing it.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll just continue on with our
Yep,
conference.
absolutely.